We've just exploded in terms of the amount of radio stations we have in the city.
Yeah.
Does it keep you really busy?
Super busy, you know. The really advantageous thing about it is that lots of the stations don't really offer a jingle service. Like, they do station commercials that are included with your investment, whereas, you know, I came from the radio background. I wanted to take it one step further, where the clients would really be involved with the customization and exclusivity of the music and how they sounded on air. They're spending tens of thousands of dollars on air and didn't really have a say on what their brand sounded like. So having a creative and production background, I really wanted to get out of the sales and advertising part of it and focus more on that creative side of it. And really, you know, there was a niche there to jump in, and there wasn't much competition. There were a couple of local competitors that were doing it for, you know, 3,000 to 4,000 more than what we were offering to do it. So we wanted to be competitive in the market, but at the same time, you know, we wanted to own the market and be the best that there is at it, and there wasn't too much competition to be able to do that. So it does keep us super busy. There's lots of business out there. We do focus on local, supporting local community initiatives and local clientele, but we do, you know, we thrive on the global clients as well, like the NBA and X Games, and want to position ourselves as a global company through the World Wide Web, and do that online, and not just have to do Edmonton. It makes you more hungry, right? It humbles you. At the same time, like, you come back and regardless of the 25,000 fans that were in Asia and doing a show like that, there's something to be said about coming home and doing it for an intimate crowd of 100 people of your best friends and local supporting fans, you know? So they were two very different elements to the show that we appreciated both of them. You know, it was really cool to be on a mass market sort of a level, to be able to do a performance like that on a huge stage and the platform of the X Games and NBA. And then to come home and perform for cousins and families and friends of 100 to 200 people, because that's, you know, those shows were a lot of fun too. And when it comes down to it, those people that were consistently coming for, you know, 8 to 10 years to the little shows in Edmonton were diehard fans. You know, they really knew the group, they followed the group, they waited for your releases, and we really respected and appreciated and tried to communicate with all of them that way.
At what point in time did Dark Sun try to sort of wrap up its deal, and did you realize, like, I've got to do PlanIt Sound, I gotta pursue this? Yeah, I mean, we started to move into PlanIt Sound from the Dark Sun Tribe stuff because life just happens, you know. A couple guys in the group had some kids, they got married, everybody was kind of really busy doing their own thing, and I didn't have time to juggle the fun stuff and the work stuff anymore. I needed to really get focused and concentrate on PlanIt Sound. So that's what I did. I mean, I think the more fruitful stuff and enjoyable stuff that I've done in the last 5 years have definitely come from the advertising side of it and the corporate side of it. I really enjoyed the advertising. I worked at the Bounce and Sonic for a while, and I really did enjoy meeting those clients and networking and you know, coming up with the proposals and unique and exciting ways to achieve their marketing objectives, and then to be able to now move into PlanIt Sound and to really help on the creative side of that through music and connect with people emotionally through music, which was really my expertise. I was getting pretty good at the advertising part of it, but to connect that now with the music side of it was just phenomenal for me, and I really I enjoyed that. Even as a kid, I always enjoyed a good jingle, and I love writing them now, you know. I love writing them now. I love seeing them work in the market. I love hearing it on air, and I love making the campaign, achieving the campaign objectives of my clients. So, you know, it just kind of was a natural progression. You know, the Dark Sun stuff and the fun stuff was there, and everybody grew up, and we didn't make our millions. We weren't a huge worldwide success, if you know, making our Lil Wayne millions. So it's like, okay, let me get serious with a career now and still do it, making music somehow. And so my parents, they work so hard, you know, they work so hard, and I think it's in the Filipino blood to do that. At a very young age, you know, they own the Red Rooster chains. So at the age of 5, I was up at 7 in the morning going to open the store with them, you know, and yeah, it was hard for them to wake me up. They'd have to coerce me with a sausage and egg McMuffin. They're like, come on, we'll get you McDonald's, come to the store. So I'd get up with them, go to the store, and you know, by the age of 8 or 9, I knew how to use the cash register. I was at the front, and people thought it was very cute. Oh, you got your son working, blah, blah. And I worked for free. I mean, not really for free, because they supported me for a long time. But, you know, I worked with no wage, per se, and because it was the family business. And my dad was the Filipino Consulate General, and he ran his office out of the back of the store. You know, and so little things like that that really had the entrepreneurial spirit ingrained in me at a very young age. My brother graduated from university, opened up his business on campus that sold students lecture notes. They would take lecture notes, put them together in sort of a Coles Notes format, and sell them for the next semester. The Students' Union loved the idea so much that they took the idea and bought him out of his business. So that was his first year out of university. He was already had it owned and folded his own business. And now it works with ESPN in Asia. So, you know, always in my house I had a stand of stuff that we were selling, whether it was CDs, Dark Sun merchandise, all those kind of things that were really indicative of the entrepreneurial spirit that was in our house and that was, you know, born in us for a long time.
But supporting RJ in that has always been amazing. You know, that's what we do in our relationship. We support each other with our ambitions and our goals. And Dark Sun Tribe, absolutely, they're local rock stars. You know, just the other day, a few weeks ago, you know, RJ ran into somebody. He didn't even know who they were. And they're talking about, hey, when's Dark Sun going to do another show? What's going on with them? And again, you know, that life skills piece keeps coming back because they were invited a few years ago to do a music festival in Inuvik in the Northwest Territories. And again, it was working with youth out there and to do lectures and presentations on giving a positive message that, you know what, you can use music as an outlet to express yourself, to have an emotional connection, and to use it as a stepping stone to make positive change in your life. But yeah, absolutely, when it comes to popularity and it comes to anything related to urban, or if there's even an urban or hip-hop act coming to the city, it's like, hey, Dark Sun, can you open? Can you be involved? What you doing? What's your plans? When you're dropping your next album? So absolutely, that notoriety is still there for sure. Absolutely.
Have we missed anything that you feel people in Alberta would be interested to know about RJ or PlanIt Sound or Young Touchables?
You know, what we'd like people to know about RJ is he's not going anywhere. You know, that's the first thing, is that this is just the beginning of a continued, sustainable career. And in regards to PlanIt Sound is, you know, for anyone out there who's wanting to start a small business, Alberta is the best place to do it. And number two, find something that you're passionate about. The money will come. You know, find something that you're passionate about and find something that can give back to our kids. The kids of our community, because they're the ones who are going to be leading the world tomorrow. They're going to be the ones who are going to be taking care of us adults when we reach our retirement age. And with Young Touchables...
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, did you just put your
hands
on
I did, that's right.
All right.
Sorry,
no problem.
sorry.
Let's back up the sentence.
Sure.
You're talking about youth and how they'll be taking care of us.
Yes, yeah, so I guess the message, you know, one last piece in regards to Young Touchables is, you know, we want people to know that that's the first of many projects. Because youth continue to inspire and teach us, and we learn from them every day. And we're going to be here to be that vessel to highlight their creativity and their talents. So watch out for the album.
Good stuff.
Why did you come down to RJ? What led you to come here, and what circumstances?
Basically, I was just recording at home and basic tools like basic recording programs and little cheap mics, and I needed to step on my game and go to the studio, and my buddy ended up finding it. So.
And are you working on him with the Young Touchables project?
Yes, I am.
What's your involvement with Young Touchables?
My involvement is just kind of representing the at-risk youth, because I came from a broken home or whatnot. So, perfect candidate for that, and I'm just looking to give back to where I came from too, you know.
Tell me a little bit about the life that you came out of, and then how music has helped you.
It was a bit of a harsh life. I don't know. I don't want to go into too much detail, but there was a lot of problems in my life, and eventually I found music. I was just doing it as a pastime, and then it hit me like a couple years down the road. Started doing it professionally, and just getting out all the emotions and everything like in life and putting it onto a track. Like, it helped me get through obviously the harsh life and like that. So yeah, it was a good way.
What do you think might happen to someone like you if you didn't have music as an outlet?
Honestly, I'd probably be back in the same old stuff, the street stuff, just back with friends, partying, probably just doing all that no good street stuff.